So going into the day, overnight we've been selling off, but we're kind of like in this hourly range right now, as we've been respecting this big 4-hour bullish gap, and we've also been overnight we've been selling off, and we've been I don't know why we came up, respected this gap, we wicked it, and then we've been selling off ever since. But I'm leaning more towards longs, as we have slow right here, and we have this 4-hour that we've been respecting. We've been respecting it. So what I want to see is exactly this. I want to see this low, which is London low, get swept. So London low just got swept right now, and right now we're starting to buy up. Yes, the more bearish pair, so I'm not really interested in ES. And we also have this low resistance liquidity resting here. So that is my thought process right now. Swept this low, nice. We swept this low nicely actually. And what I want to see is, I want to see these displacing candles to the upside. I want them to be visually bigger than this whole down leg right here. This whole down leg has been very slow. So if we can disrespect this within like 1 to 2 candles that are, we have 160 point candle right now, 5 minute. But I'm not gonna jump the gun. I'm just gonna sit in my hands. See if we can get an entry. So these longs, I have $400 worth of drawdown left until these accounts are blown. We are, how far away from the target? We are 150 points away from the target. So something nice that I would want to see right now is maybe a retrace and like a close on the 5 minute. Like a strong close in the 5 minute. Let's look at what ES is doing. Yeah, I'm confident with higher here. I really want to see longs. I don't really see us sweeping anything out and reversing. Like this is 1 point of reversal right here that I see. See, we get a retrace here, maybe to the 1 minute. That'd be nice. I want to see a 1 minute retrace here so I can enter off the 5. Because I don't really like to enter right off open. I like to wait at least bare minimum 5 minutes. But yeah, hopefully we can find an entry here. I would want to see us close above this right here. And then, yeah, this is nice if we get a pullback here. And then my break-even point would be if hard to enter this trade. This doesn't seem too far, but most likely this would be my break-even point. But yeah, I would want to see some sort of retrace at least, because I don't really like to enter at the top of the move. So I mean, if we were to take something like this, it would be like this. I mean, we could take something like this, but I don't really like top blasting. But we swept the lows. We're pretty much seeing everything we need to see right now. Right? We swept the lows. We're in a 1 hour gap right here. Okay. Good thing I noticed that. I don't really want to trade in that gap, within that gap. So I kind of want to see a retrace here, but it's gonna have to be a really deep retrace. But I am overall just confident with higher. Maybe we can even hold up to this high over here. Yeah, I would want to stick some sort of pullback. I'll see if we want to get a pullback. It doesn't look like we want to get a pullback. So if we were to get a retrace, I don't expect to retrace anything deeper than that. So I've seen some sort of retrace here before I enter. Even though that is a very clean 5-minute candle. But I don't really like to enter at the top of moves like that. I'll target this. This will be my break-even point. Okay, that is. We're just blowing past that gap. Overall, very bullish. I want to sit in my hands and just not enter emotionally. So I want to see a retrace like somewhere here. That'd be nice if we can get some sort of retrace and then a move out. That'd be very nice. Volume seems like it's starting to slow down right here. I feel like something we could do is we can form this 5-minute right here. We can form like a 5-minute somewhere here. And then we could come down like that. But we could also just run. But this candle's just it's too big for me. Like I don't really like that. With this resting below, like I wouldn't want to get hunted out. But this buy, this shit is huge. I would probably limit the gap. Could limit the gap. It's most likely what I'm gonna do. I don't typically limit gaps, but with a setup like this, I would just want something like a pullback because I'm confident with it. Like that right here, this isn't like what I didn't want. Because this is low resistance liquidity right here, so we could easily just reject and, you know, go back and draw down, and I don't really want to. I'm expecting a retrace basically. Let's see what ES is doing. Okay. ES just swept out this high. ES is starting to sell off now. ES is overall bearish, very bearish. But same thing, we've been respecting that gap. $15 minutes and close for another 5 minutes. Okay, we got a retrace. This is a nice pullback. That is nice. I like that, to be honest. But I don't want to be too zoomed in. Can't ignore the higher time frame. But this is very clean how we rejected those lows. I would want to see a 5-minute retrace here. See what ES is doing. Okay. ES swept those highs. So if we get a strong bullish close on the 15-minute, that'd be nice. So I would just want to see like a 5-minute retrace here and then delivery to the upside. So that wouldn't even be our break-even point. This would most likely be our break-even point depending on where we get our entry. 15-minute is rejecting strongly here. So realistically our entry would be somewhere here. If we're gonna move out of the gap. This stump does seem really ambitious, so I would play just protected stops. Okay, here we got a 5-minute retrace. This is nice right here. That's nice, to be honest. I want to play big stops here. Don't want to jump the gun. We're still in this 1-hour gap, which is what sketches me out. Minutes left. Okay. I kind of want to wait for the 5-minute, but if we get a big 1-minute candle here, I could be interested in that. I'm gonna wait for the 5-minute to close, see what we're gonna do there. You know, we just want to be patient here. Yes, we do also have this move right here that we're creating. But ES, the only logical targets I see is this is previous day low. And we also have this 4-hour unmitigated gap. So I mean, like, I don't know, this is kind of like a weird day. Like I can see us inversing this gap and playing off to previous day low. I would honestly be interested in that, to be honest. It would have to be on MES though. Yeah, cause honestly, this might be the move. I like this because I also sketched this out earlier. We have that, and we have. Let's go back on NQ, see what NQ is doing. All right, if we get a, it could go both ways. I really don't really like that when we do that. But if we do close very bullish here, I would actually be interested in that because overall trend is bullish. We have previous day low here, and we also have this right here. Rejecting strongly. I could honestly see this panning out for sure. Didn't fully inverse the gap yet. Yeah, that one worked. Honestly, I like this. I'm gonna go for this. I like this right here. I like this because we got the rejection right here. We rejected this high right here. We swept it. 15-minute close, very bearish. And we got this almost inverse. So entering off that. And overall, this is the bearish pair we've been respecting. Bearish structure. This is our break-even point right here. Break even there. So break-even point. 1 minute. Let's look at NQ again. NQ is starting to flip bullish, but I really don't like that 15-minute close. So that's what will like prevent me from taking anything like that. To be honest, that's really all it is. Pretty much just want to watch price here. NQ is starting to flip, but I really don't like that 15-minute close. That 15-minute close is really what made me uninterested in this trade. If we're truly bearish here, we should hold this gap and we shouldn't just buy up like that. It's not really looking too good. I really like that rejection though. Also, we have this small 1 hour that we tapped into right here. So that's really my thought process. Yeah, I don't really like that. I think we're gonna get stopped out here. I'm playing a protected stop for this trade. So if this trade is correct, we shouldn't get stopped out. But if we get stopped out, our whole idea is wrong. It's looking like we're gonna get stopped out. Yeah, we're out there. The entry was here. This was the entry that I was anticipating, but I just really didn't like that close, to be honest. I have like nothing worth a draw down here, but I'm just gonna, yeah, we can't even buy. Our account is blown. That account's blown. This one's blown as well. That really hurts, man. This is our one take for the day. should have played out if for bearish, but we still haven't disrespected this gap here. High time frame. We are like creating this sell-off move, but we're in an uptrend. I think longs are gonna play out though. Like this would have been the entry right here. Something like this. That 5-minute rejection was clean, but yeah. Alright, so I really like this trade because overall high time frame on the 1 hour. Overnight we've been selling off and we came up and we rejected this gap, so we've been selling off ever since then. And I then waited for the 15-minute close. 15-minute strongly rejected and closed right here, and we started inversing this gap, and I entered. I might have entered too early or too late. I should have probably entered like right here, something like this, or maybe at the top of the leg, but yeah, took a loss, blew these accounts down. These accounts are blown. 400. These accounts are gone. But yeah, that's a trade recap of the day. Take a screenshot here.